Alright, hello there, welcome back to another wee bit different video. Today's video, we are going to talk about the final week of regular season, our final predictions and analysis heading into this week. Now, oddly enough, there's no games on a Monday. Don't know the exact reason, but nevertheless, we got jam-packed drama, action for the remainder of the week. And we're going to get into, Eastern, Western. Let's start with Eastern. But I'm super excited to see how things play out. Celtics, it's been on for a while now. They are the #1 seed, and they are well in the lead. Bucks, oddly enough, fell off hard. The Milwaukee Bucks, oddly enough, at the #2 seed, are in serious jeopardy of losing it. Right here, Magic are only 1 game behind. Knicks are only 1 game behind. Cavs are 1.5 games behind. And if the Cavs didn't choke so bad, the Cavs would be in a great position to steal that #2 seed, but they have been struggling massively. Then you talk about Pacers, 6th seed, close, very close to the 5th seed, only a game behind. But then right behind the Pacers is the Sixers with the Joel Embiid now, so they're surging. And then on top of that, you have the Heat, only half a game behind the Sixers. Things in the East are jam-packed. I think by now, everyone's agreed upon that the Bulls and the Hawks probably not going to get out of the play-in. If the season ended today, these matchups would be crazy. But looking at the remaining schedule for the Bucks, because season's not ending today. They still have the Celtics to play tomorrow. The Magic, which is a huge game on Wednesday. And then the Thunder. Thunder. Then they play the Magic again, which is another huge game, because if the Magic beat the Bucks both times, they've pretty much locked down that 2nd seed. But this is where things get interesting. The Knicks are also tied with the Magic, and the Knicks play the Bulls, the Celtics, the Nets, and the Bulls. The Knicks should easily... What is up on my speech today? Anyway, the Knicks should easily be able to beat the Nets. The Knicks should beat the Bulls, but, the Bulls might take one of those games. And with Boston seemingly being chill, although even then, they're still on a 5-game winning streak, even though they're chill. That's still not an easy one. So, the Knicks could easily come up on that spot. The Cavs are still not out of it, only 1.5 games behind, but they're just slumping at the worst time. Should beat the Grizzlies easily. Pacers is going to be tough. They should beat the Hornets easily. But right now, Wizards are hard to come by for the Cavs. Losing to the Clippers, losing to the Lakers, getting smoked by the Suns, beating the Jazz, but then getting smoked by the Nuggets. It's been a little rough as of late for the Cavs. Right here, it really does feel like a do or die for the Cavs. Although if they drop down to 6 or 7, they're not dropping down to 7. There's no way. 2 games behind. The Sixers are. But if they drop down to 6, because Pacers are only 1 game behind. Who did the Pacers play for the remainder of the way? Pacers got Raptors, Cavs. Ooh. What a juicy game. Pacers and Cavs. That's going to be the game. I don't know who has tiebreaker, but that's a juicy game for sure. So we got some juicy matchups, and the Cavs need this shit. Because like I said, they're not getting out the first round if they stay at the 5th seed and play the Knicks, Bucks. If the Cavs drop down any further, though, they just really have to hope to play against the Magic, just because the Magic are inexperienced. You don't really know what you're going to get with the Magic team. Because even right now in a series today, Pacers-Magic, I would say Pacers have a good shot. Not definitive, but that would be a great series. And that's kind of what you have going on with a team like the Magic, like the Thunder, teams that are just significantly younger. Pacers are a young team as well too, but now you're pitting 2 young teams against each other in the Pacers and Magic if they were to play. So that's why that series would be so great. This is an interesting time right now for pretty much all the East, because right now 2 through 10, anyone that is even going to have a chance, well, I guess they'll all have a chance excluding the possible play-in losers. But anyway, 2 through 10, all of them have major ifs, ands, or buts about them. Without question, right now, the Celtics are the team to beat. They are the team to beat. And if you're the Heat, I don't know if this year you'll be able to do what you did last year. Because, for one, of course, they're going to carry that belief that they can do it again. But this time, the Celtics will meet you in the first round. You're not going to be riding off anyone's momentum. Because last year, beating the Bucks, y'all carried a different momentum after you beat them. You're not riding off any momentum. And the Celtics this year seem just like a different breed. I mean, look at the record, 62-16, 35-3 at home. Things are getting wild on this side of the conference. But the crazy thing is, it's so wild on the other side. Timberwolves, Nuggets, Thunder, all fighting for the 1 seed. Thunder are 1 game behind. Timberwolves have tiebreaker against the Nuggets. Take a quick look at the Timberwolves schedule. See, this is where things get juicy again. So the Timberwolves should be able to beat the Wizards easy. They play the Nuggets. And if whoever wins that match is really setting themselves up to be the number 1 seed, assuming you don't lose any of these last 2 if you're the Timberwolves, because I don't know who has tiebreaker between the Timberwolves or Thunder. I guess we can find out real quick, because yeah, I'm curious who has the tiebreaker there. Okay, so the season series is 2-2. So I don't know who has tiebreaker. I don't know. I honestly don't know between who has tiebreaker between the Timberwolves and Thunder. So for those reasons, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, Hawks, Timberwolves should beat Suns. That'll definitely be harder, but if you're the Timberwolves at home, gotta come away with the win. That is huge. Taking the number 1 seed here is huge. Reason being is you don't want to give Denver in any series home court advantage if you don't have to give it to them. That could be the difference between you losing and winning the series, especially when you look at both of these teams' home and away records. Timberwolves are just a way better home team, as are the Nuggets. Look at their away records. They're still good, but home court advantage is real, man. So if the Timberwolves can take that away, give themselves a much better chance at taking down the Nuggets, that could be huge. Game changing. So definitely want to see, if you're a fan of any of these teams, you want to see them as the 1st seed if you want a chance at beating the Nuggets. And if you're the Nuggets, if you want to maintain your championship pedigree, don't give away home court advantage, because you're just worse when you're not playing on that home court. That Game 7, that's the difference maker right there. And I could see the Timberwolves and Nuggets, if the Nuggets have home court advantage, I could see that series going to 7 games. Thunder right now, season were to end, they would play the Suns. I would definitely think that the Thunder should be able to take out the Suns. My biggest concern here for the Thunder is 2nd round or 1st round if they happen to meet the Lakers. But 2nd round, young NBA teams. Tough to get a read on, because, well, not even tough to get a read on. It's just the harsh reality of you need experience to push for a bigger playoff push. You know, 1st round is one thing, the 2nd round is a whole different thing. And I don't know if that would work out for the Thunder the way they wanted to, if they had to play Denver or Minnesota in the 2nd round. I don't have a lot of faith, but if you can secure, if you're the Thunder, if you can secure the 1st seed, you don't have to see any of these guys in the 2nd round. You would see the Clippers in the 2nd round. And let me tell you, Thunder fans, that's what you want. You don't want to duck any matchups, of course. That's not the idea here. The idea here is let your guys develop some confidence. Say, hey, we just took this team out. Series 2, we just took this team out. Now we're facing against the Timberwolves and Nuggets. We've built up towards this. We're getting more experience under our belt as we're experiencing, playoff basketball. Because come time where you have to play the Nuggets or Timberwolves, if you secure the 1st seed, you will be much better prepared than in the 2nd round if you weren't the first seed. Also, you get home court advantage. Look at that number right there, 29-8 home court. Thunder are just better at home. It's just with a lot of these teams, they're just flat out better at home. Clippers, they're just good everywhere. Not necessarily great at home, not necessarily great away, but they're just good everywhere. Teams like this, though, if you can secure it, get it done. You're a game behind. Thunder, last three games, 4 games. Kings tomorrow, Spurs Wednesday, Bucks Friday, Mavs Sunday. That's a tough schedule to win out. But realistically, if you want to make a Western Conference run and give yourself the best chance at a championship run, you got to get first seed. Clippers are definitely going to be 4th seed. They're looking like they're going to play the Mavericks. Mavericks looking like they're not going to let go of that 5th seed, and that's going to be a great series. You know, we'll talk about that more as time goes on. As in next week, we'll talk about that next week, and we'll get into exact playoff matchups. But Mavericks, I would say for sure, are my favorite to win that series because they just seem like a whole different team after, you know, trading away Grant Williams and a couple of other players, and then getting Seth Curry, another one, and then getting Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington. Things are just clicking way more. Kyrie and Luka are clicking way more. It's just working. And right now, I really would not want to face the Mavericks in a first round at all. I feel like that would suck. And unfortunately for the Clippers, this Mavericks team is finishing the season so strong that it's a little scary. Granted, the Clippers are winning 3 in a row, so, you know, got to ride the momentum there. Suns taking a crucial loss against the Pelicans. They had the 6th seed at the palm of their hands, and they lost. Huge match. They don't have tiebreaker, but you could make yourself really comfortable, really comfortable if you just win that match, win that game. You don't. Now you got the Clippers 2 games in a row, then the Kings who are fighting for their lives. Clippers are hungry too because they need to secure that 4th seed. And then the Timberwolves who are fighting that 1 seed. Suns did not do themselves any favors losing to the Pels. Obviously, they didn't lose willingly, but when your backs are against the wall, you got to come through. Pelicans fighting for their playoff play-in / stay away from play-in lives. Pelicans, Trailblazers tomorrow, done deal. Pelicans should win. But then you got the Kings who are fighting for their lives. Warriors who are fighting for at least the 9th seed. Lakers who are every game, no matter what, they're going to fight. So Pelicans got a tough schedule too because you got 3 hungry teams that are needing W's. Pelicans got it tough. Easy one tomorrow. You got to secure it. And then you got, what are we looking at? Kings? Yeah. They got a tough schedule because they got Pels, Thunder, Suns, and then Trailblazers. 3 of the next 4, you're going to be playing against hungry teams. Like these are no joke, insane times to be an NBA fan because before the playoffs, we get to eat good. We get to see the most out of these teams and seeing when it's time to put up, are you going to put up? Because this will be a reflection of how they are in the playoffs, right? These games matter so much. So much. So we're going to see shortly how Pelicans, Kings, Suns respond. Lakers especially, you know, they've been responding very well. 8-2 of their last 10. They lost one without LeBron. So you can't really hold that one against them too much. Going against the Warriors, though, tomorrow. That's a huge game. Grizzlies. Lakers should be able to beat the Grizzlies. And the Pelicans. That's going to be huge. But, again, Warriors and Lakers is going to be huge because Warriors win tomorrow. Lakers lose. Warriors only half a game behind. And now you're playing with fire for the Lakers. You don't want to lose home court advantage at the very least. But not even just that. You want to get out of the play-in altogether. Push for that, 6 or 7 spot. Obviously, 7 spots still play-in, but Lakers have been in that spot last year, and I think the second year the play-in ever came out. So they're 2-0 in play-ins, if I'm thinking about this correctly. Warriors, though, you play the Lakers tomorrow. That's your biggest shot. Sorry. Yeah, that is their biggest shot at making a splash. Nevertheless, though, got an easier one against the Trailblazers. Got to secure that. Pelicans match is going to be tough one. And then Jazz Warriors. Jazz are on a 12-game losing streak. Warriors should easily be able to take that one, especially since they just beat them recently by by I want to say maybe double figures. It was double figures for some of the game. They won by 8. Okay, so yeah, Warriors should win that. This is a crazy time. These are the final games. This is it of regular season this week. By Sunday night, we will know who's going to be playing who in the playoffs, who's going to be playing who in the play-ins, and I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. I really can't wait to see how this unfolds. Predictions, I would say Lakers are going to win out because I'm a fan of the Lakers. But, you know, fan of me aside, I'm really excited for some of these games that I really can't have any crazy input on. For example, Timberwolves and Nuggies. Nuggies at home at Wednesday. These are some really, really good games. Really, really, really good games. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you have surging and pushing past through to get past this final week to implement themselves out of the play-in or in a better spot, aka the number 1 spot, 2 spot, whatever the case may be. But as always, I appreciate you guys for watching. This is All We've Been Different. All We've Been Different. And we out.